booting up a normal Gameshark CD. This is your only option if you're trying to do Softmod, or CDs normally. So, as you can see, you get to start game, select cheats, right? Here's your cheats. You know, you go through, you can go into them, activate them. Sometimes it'll let you add them. But as soon as you do, restart the console, whatever you added or modified, it's gone. And a lot of these disks even encrypt them because they don't want you copying, what they figured out. So the best thing to do is find a disk that has memory card support. And I've done that for you. I went through like close to 20 different Gamesharks and found the two. And as far as I know, that's it. There's only two that support memory card support. That is Gameshark Video Game Enhancer version 5 or Action Replay for PSX and PS1 version 420. That's the created date. And that's the created date for that one. I left it in the description. I'm going to boot them up and show you guys what they look like. They're still clunky. They're disks. But you can save to them, and that's huge. And, going back playing older games, you need codes on some of these games. There's bug fixing codes. I'm going to show you some important ones. Okay, this is the action replay. If you speak French, Espanol, Portuguese, you're set. Now, this one has a feature I like and I don't like. There's visuals that you are going to want to deactivate as soon as you get it. As you can see, it shows you the space you have left on your memory card for codes. But when you go into the options, it breaks all the codes down into 4 categories right here. One thing that sucks is you have to hit X twice to activate any of these things. This is so clunky. Okay, so I had to add this. I think they might have left it out on purpose because some of the codes do not work. Or they don't always work correctly. It's possible. Okay, this is the Gameshark version 5. I think they both take up 2 slots on the memory card. This one does not break all the letters up, but you almost need a manual for this one. And I looked on eBay, a lot of them don't come with manuals. Each button does a different thing. See, like you can see at the bottom it'll tell you disable or enable, but the triangle does one thing. And when you're adding a new game, it gets kind of confusing up here. See, okay, it'll tell you one, square does that. You add your game. But then if you hit the wrong button, it'll cancel out on you. So you have to get used to that. So that kind of sucks. But the best option is what I'll show you guys last. Now, this is Aliens DualShock. It's pretty much the first game that I've ever heard of that had modern dual analog first-person shooter controls. Before this, it was a clunky Resident Evil garbage, and even today with modern ROM hacks, people have not been able to fix a lot of those games. It's really sad. They had to be completely remade, a lot of them. This is the last option. It's Unirom. And specifically the L beta, which is not released yet. Hopefully they will release it for everybody's sake, because I love using this dev tool. I know it's not made to be a Gameshark, but I take advantage of the fact that you can use it as a Gameshark. And what you do is you go down to here to switch, and you can go into these, what normally would be used to connect your PC. And you go to cheat codes, and it allows you to add them. So I've added a bunch. Aliens is one of the ones that, this is kind of a game fixing bug, this flashlight. The game is so dark, it's like Doom 3. They did a lot of fixes. There was patches almost, 3 or 4 days after the Doom 3 came out. And on PS1, and that really wasn't an option at the time. So this flashlight's a must. Personally, I cheat a little bit. I try to keep it a little challenging. I don't want to add too many codes. Health codes I don't touch. This one I had an issue at the beginning. I can't remember what it was, but there was some sort of problem. This one I need to deactivate. So all you do if you're in Catella is you go into the Gameshark like normal, hit start here. Now, let's see what is going on. Oh, no. So yeah, you hit start, it takes you back out to this menu. Now if you wanted to activate some of the development tools, you can hit select, and that start right there will activate. We're not doing development tools, we're using this for a Gameshark instead of a KCOM, so you just can hit circle on that and it will load the game. Just got to make sure that the tray is down, Game will boot up with the Gameshark codes like normal. So yeah, it says the game should be played in the dark, but the problem is they went overboard in this game. It's too dark. An amazing modern first-person shooter. The three-dimensional effects in this game are amazing compared to most PlayStation games, but they just went too far with it. I mean, you can't effectively play sometimes because the game's too dark. Your flashlight runs out because there's batteries, right? So anyhow. Okay, I have the wrong save file, but hold on. Alright, we switched memory cards. Loading. If you want to quote a good dual analog experience, you really should try this game. So here's the flashlight indicator. Let's see if I can turn around down this hallway and show you guys. Flashlight, there we are. Okay, now we can actually see a little bit better. And when you look down the hallway, you can see you really need it. I mean, it's still too dark. See, oh, that wasn't even a hallway, it was a corner. Okay, so now you understand. This game needs this Gameshark code. I mean, you'll run out of battery so fast. And then you're SOL. That's what it was. So before I found the flashlight code, I was using this to see. That's how bad it was. This laser gun. I wanted you guys to hear a little bit what it sounds like. The sound in this game is pretty cool, the voiceover. If I can do it one-handed anyway.
Pressure reaching danger levels. Caution is advised in the engineering section.
So yeah, it sounds like a modern game. That's the one thing about Redbook Audio. It's just, I think, a few bits lower than like DVD quality, so sounds like a modern game. It's a little chunky, obviously, but If you get past that, you know, and you're playing in a dark room with the unlimited flashlight, this game is really fun. You can actually hit spooky. So yeah, with free PSX boot, if you got a model, you know, a PS1 model, and you're trying to get into your use Gameshark's, you got two options. Well, first off, with free PSX boot, you got two options there. That and Unirom and Tony Hex. Those are your two options if you're going to use to get into the console through free PSX boot. Gameshark 5 says Video Game Enhancer. It's not version 2 or version 5. It's just Gameshark 5. Or Action Replay for PSX, PS1. And that is version 420. Boot up the CD. As long as you got the exploit loaded, swap the CD just like you normally would. Follow the instructions. Make sure there's a memory card in slot 1. Save your Gameshark codes to that. And you can use, you know, all the newer Gameshark codes they came up with in the last 15 years, all the best ones. Take the disc out when it prompts you to. Put in your game. And you'll be able to use Gameshark codes when you know, are playing backups or imports. Thanks, guys.